Hello friends, welcome to our new YouTube channel Easy Techie, free online tutorial for our engineering friends. In this tutorial, we are going to study about the shear forces and bending moments. In our first tutorial, we learn about direct forces which produces tensile or compressive stresses. Also, shear forces produces shear stresses. In this tutorial, we will study about transfer loads which act perpendicular to the beam axis and produces both bending and shear stress in any beam section across the beam. Stresses so produced is directly proportional to bending moment and shear force at the section. Also, the magnitude of bending moment and shear force varies along beam length. What is beam? Beam is a structural member provided to support the loads which acts on it. The length of beam is large as compared to its lateral cross-sectional dimensions. Beams are placed with beam plane in horizontal position on rigid supports. Loads usually acts at right angles to beam axis. Load acting on beam tend to cause bending of beam. As result of this, bending stresses and shear stresses are developed in beam. Classification of beam. Beams are classified on basis of their supports. Simply supported beam. A beam is simply placed on two rigid supports provided on either end of the beam. A simple support prevents linear movement in only one direction. Each simple support offers one vertical force reaction RA and RB. Simply supported beam with overhang. A simply supported beam whose one or both the ends projects beyond the support is referred to as simply supported beam with overhang. The portion of the beam which extends beyond the support is known as the overhang of the beam. Hinge and roller supported beam. In this type of simply supported beam, at one end of the support is act as a hinge and other end is act as a roller support. Hinge allows rotation but prevents linear motion. Here force reaction offered by hinge can resolve in horizontal and vertical components. Roller support offers force reaction acts perpendicular to the surface. Cantilever beam. In cantilever beam are supported on only one end and other end of the beam is free. Supported end prevents low linear or rotational moments. Continuous beam. A continuous beam has more than two supports. The extreme left and right supports are known as end support of the beam. The supports between the end support are known as intermediate supports. Beam with internal hinges. It is a continuous beam formed by joining two or more beam portion by internal hinges. Entire beam extremely supported by combination of two or more supports of kind discussed earlier. Types of loads. Point load. These are the loads which are concentrated at a point. Uniformly distributed load UDL. In this loading, a load of uniformly intensity is spread over a length. UDL can be converted into an equivalent point load by multiplying the load intensity with the length. Equivalent point load acts at a center. Uniformly varying load UVL. In this loading, the load of uniformly varying intensity is spread over a length. UVL can be converted into an equivalent load which is equal to the area under the load. Shear force and bending moment. Shear force at beam section is the algebraic sum of the transfer forces on the left hand side or right hand side of the section. Consider a beam length AB carrying a load F1 and F2, also the support reactions RA and RB. Take cutting section mm by dividing the beam into two parts. As beam is in equilibrium condition, so isolated parts after dividing also in equilibrium condition. Analyzing left hand side of the equilibrium, we find there is only one load and support reaction on the left hand side of the equilibrium. In order to balance, the resistive force is to be developed at beam section. Magnitude of the resistive force is same but in opposite in direction. Same thing we can find if we analyze the beam on the other side of the equilibrium. Thus, we can define shear force as a beam section algebraic sum of the transfer forces on the left hand side or right hand side of the section. Bending moment. Not only resistive force is required of the section, but a resistive moment is also required for this equilibrium of the left part. The moment is opposite to the algebraic sum of the moments of all the forces on the left hand side of the beam. Similarly, for the right hand side of the equilibrium, but opposite in sense. Thus, we can define bending moment of a beam section as the algebraic sum of the moments of the forces on the left hand side or right hand side of the section. Sign convention for shear force and bending moment. Sign convention for shear force. On right hand side of the beam section, if the shearing force acts downwards, it will be treated as positive shear force, and if it acts upwards, it will be treated as negative shear force. On the left hand side of the beam section, if shearing force acts in the upward direction, it will be treated as positive shear force, and if it acts downwards, then it will be treated as negative shear force. Sign convention for bending moment. Bending moment which produces bending of the beam concave upwards, also known as sagging, will be taken as positive bending moment. Hence, bending moment which produces bending of the beam convex upwards, also known as hogging, will be treated as negative bending moment. In short, right hand side bending moment is anti-clockwise, taken as positive. Left hand side bending moment is clockwise, taken as positive. Shear force and bending moment diagram. Shear force diagram. It is the graph which shows the variation of the shear force along the beam length. Shear force may vary along the beam length depending upon the loading of the beam. From shear force diagram, we can find shear force at any section of the beam. These values are useful in calculation of shear stresses. Bending moment diagram. It is a graph which shows the variation of the bending moment along the length of the beam. Bending moment varies along the length. From bending moment diagram, we can find bending moment at any section of the beam. Bending moment values are useful in calculation of bending stresses. Characteristics of shear force and bending moment diagram. First, characteristics of shear force diagram. Between two sections, if no load acts, shear force values remains constant, reflected as straight horizontal line on SFD. Second, between two sections, if UDL acts, shear force variation is linear, reflected as straight inclined line on SFD. Between two sections, if UVL acts, shear force variation is parabolic, reflected as parabolic curve in shear force diagram. At a point load on the beam, if shear force value drastically changes from one value to another, reflected as straight vertical line on SFD. If the shear force of a section acquires zero value, it indicates that the bending moment curve will acquire a peak value at that section. Characteristics of bending moment diagram. First, between two sections, if no load acts, the bending moment variation is linear. This is because force don't change. The perpendicular distance from section is changed. Bending moment is a function of distance, hence variation is linear, reflected as straight inclined line on the BMD. Second, between two sections, if UDL acts, the bending moment variation is parabolic, reflected as parabolic curve in the bending moment diagram. Between two sections, if UVL acts, bending moment variation is cubic, reflected as cubic curve in bending moment diagram. At a section, if a couple is present, bending moment value drastically changes from one value to another value, reflected as straight vertical line on bending moment diagram. The point on the beam where the bending moment changes its sign and thereby acquire a zero value is known as point of contraflexure. Point of contraflexure. The point on the beam where the bending moment changes its sign is known as a point of contraflexure or point of inflection. At this point, bending moment value is 0. Change in bending moment sign signifies the change in bending pattern of the beam. That is, beam say having a sagging moment on one side of the point of contraflexure has a hogging moment on other side. Location of point of contraflexure is very crucial for structural design engineers. Axial force diagram. It is a diagram which shows the variation of direct forces along the beam length. Direct forces act along the beam axis, unlike transfer forces which act perpendicular to the beam axis. Axial force at any section is the algebraic sum of the direct forces either on the left or on the right side of the section. The nature of axial force could be tensile or compressive. Tensile axial force will be treated as positive, while compressive axial forces taken as negative in axial force diagram. Shear force diagram and bending moment diagram of some standard loadings. These are the variation of the patterns for shear force diagram and bending moment diagrams on some standard loadings. Figure 1 shows cantilever beam carrying point load at free end. Figure 2 shows cantilever beam carrying UDL. Figure 3 shows cantilever beam carrying UVL. Figure 4 shows simply supported beam carrying central point load. Figure 5 shows simply supported beam carrying point load. Figure 6 shows simply supported beam carrying UDL. Figure 7 shows simply supported beam carrying UVL, and figure 8 shows simply supported beam carrying UVL. So these are the variations of the patterns on some standard loadings for shear force and bending moment diagrams. SFD and VMD with internal hinges. Beam with internal hinges consists of more than one beam connected to each other by internal hinge or hinges. Support reactions for such a beams are found by applying condition of equilibrium to the entire beam, also to individual beam by taking the moments of forces on the selected beam about an internal hinge and the equating to 0. Moment at internal hinge is 0. Bending moment diagram acquires a 0 value at the internal hinge. No change occur in the shear force diagram at an internal hinge. Shear force value at the internal hinge is in fact the internal hinge reaction. Hope you will understand the concept of shear force and bending moment. If you have any query, write down in comment section. Subscribe and stay tuned for our next video. Thank you.